Hi there, I'm Tobey Nelson with Venture Out Nursery. We're here in my garden today to talk about cutting back lavender. So it's early March, and this is probably a Grosso or a Fred Bouton lavender. And these are last year's flower heads. I can be a little bit of a wild gardener, a lazy gardener, a let nature do her thing kind of gardener, and I leave these standing for winter texture and for habitat for birds. It's more cover and insect. I also think it does protect the lavender a little bit, but you may have deadheaded yours already. But the first step of grooming lavender in the spring would be to cut off all of these spent stems. Now, lavender and most of the plants in our garden that are in the silvery kind of category, like senecios and rosemaries and things like that, they like it hot. And they don't love to have their wood cut until it warms up appreciably in the summer. So early March in the Pacific Northwest is still a touch early for cutting deep into the plant. I'm going to first groom off these flower heads, and then we'll talk a little bit about what a next step could be. Okay, so I've gotten enough of that done that we can talk about the next step. It would have gone faster if I'd gotten hedge shears, so that's a little tip for you. You could use your hedge shears, and that makes quick work of it. Now, this job currently is a little bit shaggy, so you see the dead ends of the flower stems poking up. And if that bothers you, you can always go in more deeply and cut to where growth is emerging on each stem. So if you're really particular, you can certainly do that. You could skim off just a touch and cut like maybe this much off of the lavender stem at this time of year, and she won't mind. If you have a big overgrown lavender, they tend to splay and get woody in the center. The thing you want to do is wait until you see new growth emerging deep in the wood, and then you can cut back by about a third, maybe a half. And then you would feed very gently with a low nitrogen fertilizer. If your lavender is not real woody yet, like this one's still in pretty good shape, although she's got some kind of holes where we can see there's not a lot going on down deep in there. I will probably in another month or so, I will come in and I will cut this down. So see this branch here, there's just this little pom-pom of growth on top. I will cut this a little bit hard so that I force some growth back down into this stem. And maybe when we get to that time of year, we'll do another video. But for now, the first step is deadhead and just barely skim the tips if you like it tight and tidy. I hope that helps your gardening. Thanks for watching.